If you want to use liquid watercolors, these are your choices. There's two different brands. There's nothing really different between them except for some of the colors you might not be able to get. So here's one set, and you have all these different colors. The names match up with the names on the bottles. And then over here is another set. Like this one has yellow, but this set doesn't have yellow. So you might want certain colors depending on what you're wanting your image to look like. These also match up with the name on the bottle. So you want to pick two colors that blend well together. So you don't want to pick two that are completely opposite because they won't blend well together. You want two that are more similar to each other. So I'm going to pick maybe this fuchsia and maybe this blue violet. You are going to not take the whole bottle back to your seat, but you're going to get two of these little cups. And in the little cup, you're going to carefully, because this stuff can get really messy, you're going to pour just a little bit into the bottom of the cup. You don't need very much at all. And then put it back where you got it from. And then, so I'm going to use blue violet. Just a little bit on the bottom. Close the lid when you're done. Otherwise, we might get some big spills. And this stuff will stay on your hands for quite a while. So I'm going to take my 2 cups back to my seat carefully, where I have my drawing. And I'm going to use 2 different paint brushes. We don't need any water because this is liquid watercolors. It's already wet. I want to put the darker color in the bottom of my flower and then have it blend up to the lighter color. So I'm going to use one paintbrush for my darker color, one for my lighter color, and I can go back and forth. I don't need any water to clean a paintbrush off. I'm just using 2 different paintbrushes. So I'm going to dip it into the darker color. Make sure you don't accidentally drip it all over your paper. And I'm going to start to paint up from the inside of my flower. There we go, got a little bit more. I'm not going to paint the whole flower petal, I'm just going to go part of the way up, and then I can get my other paintbrush and get the lighter color, and I'm going to overlap them and start to blend it up into the end. And then since you can kind of see that line right there, I'm going to go back to my other color and overlap a little bit more until you get a nice blend. You can go back and forth with your paintbrushes and with the color until you like the way it looks. So that is how you blend the 2 different colors of your liquid watercolors. Use the little tiny cups, only a tiny bit. I probably got way more than what I actually need. And then we can throw away the cups at the end. You don't need any water, you just have your 2 paintbrushes, one for each color, and then you do the darker color on the inside and slowly blend it up to your lighter color on the top. Don't use too much, otherwise you'll get big puddles and big messes on your papers. So that's how you do liquid watercolors.